Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, look at that. We're back again. It is a Tuesday edition for those that watch this thing live, and we appreciate you doing so. Good to have all of you boys up in here on this In the Building extravaganza. It is, what is this? Golly, we're already up to what? Episode number 244.
Is it?
Yep, as we flame down the road ever closer to our 1-year anniversary week, which tomorrow, we should probably run this tomorrow. Tomorrow makes 1 year since we dropped that badass video we shot when we announced that we stole you out of the transfer portal.
Is it? So we dropped the
video.
So we dropped the video a week early.
We dropped it on the 15th. We hyped it, and then our first show was on the 22nd. We dropped it 7 days out to allow mass hypage, to allow people to react to it, to allow for publicity, to allow for us to get some run in the local papers and that rag that is the San Antonio Current, and to get talked about online and get disgruntled former members of our shows to get mad at us. It was a full week of hyping.
Yeah.
We dropped it a year ago tomorrow. Crazy as that.
Some people over there still haven't talked to me.
That's unfortunate. I hate to hear that. But that says that there's something wrong with them, Rudy. Not you, sir. So here we go.
No, it's all good. What's up? What we doing?
Man,
how's everybody doing?
Look, rule number one, make it all about you. That's rule number one to doing a successful talk show. Make it all about you. You know who else has ran his career on that?
Who?
Must be the money. You do a much better imitation than me. When I try it, I sound like it sounds offensive.
It's all good.
When Rudy does Dion, dude, your Dion's getting better and better every time you throw him out there. It's great.
It's getting there.
It's very good. So here we go, man. We got no coach for the Dallas Clickbaits, a.k.a. the Cowboys.
Here we go.
But the hype around Dion will not go away because the statement he released last night did not dismiss the hype. Dion may have no inclination whatsoever to take the Cowboy job. They may not have any inclination whatsoever to hire him. He may just be a Rooney Rule interview. But leave it to Jerry and Dion to let this thing blow up like it's blown up all over the place today.
I love it.
Dion to Dallas
master marketing.
Dude.
Master.
Dion to Dallas. So we talked about Dion some last week. You know, of course, we got into the weekend, then we got distracted by playoff games and stuff. So remember there was a report that said, so the Vegas Review Journal, I think is the newspaper in Las Vegas of note, the Las Vegas Review Journal. So they were saying that Dion's people actually reached out to the Raiders. This was after we got done Friday.
I told you that video surfaced when they went to see that stadium.
Yeah, man.
Dion was telling Antonio Pierce, hey, me and my boys love Vegas. Hint, hint, hint. We love Vegas. Hint, hint, hint. But Antonio Pierce is no longer there. Maybe Mark Davis was like, I don't need Antonio Pierce here. If I get Antonio Pierce out, I can get all three Sanders.
Well, Tom Brady already has one of them because Shador has
he
an
loves
endorsement.
Tom.
Shador has an endorsement deal with TB12.
He loves Tom, and Tom loves him.
So there's the connection. You know, Dion, of course, reiterated over the weekend. He made news over the weekend saying that while he reiterated that there are clubs that he does not want Shador being drafted by. Ironically, I would say that the Raiders would be one of the ones I wouldn't want my kid drafted by. But obviously, I don't think the Raiders are included in Dion's list of no-nos.
It's a mess over there.
It's a bad
So I don't know. I know there's rumors saying that the Jets are a no-fly zone, no pun intended, for Shador.
Right.
I don't know how true it is. It's just rumor right now.
Yeah,
Maybe I know I've heard Cleveland's on the no-fly zone.
as
Could be
they should be.
Could be rumor.
I
I
might
don't know.
rather skip my NFL career than play for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I'm
What
gonna take
about
my
the
chances in
Giants?
the business world.
Maybe I would let my son play for the Giants because of neighbors.
Dude, I'm
Got to get rid
convinced.
of Dayball.
I love the Maras, and they're tired of putting up with bullshit. They're about to make that franchise great again. I can't believe that once great proud tradition that is the New York Football Giants has gotten into the football sewer the way it has in the last 5-10 years. It's a shame. I'm
Right.
not afraid of the Giants. I would much rather go to the Giants than the Browns. You want to go play for the idiots in Cincinnati? They're going to ruin Joe Burrow's career because they can't get him enough help. There's so many dumbass owners. You want to go to Jacksonville and let that idiot be your boss? I doubt it. I doubt it.
No.
And then we get a report over the weekend that said that the Raiders said no. So the Vegas paper reports that Dion called them, or Dion's people called the Raiders. Then we get all this stuff. Ooh, well, Tom Brady has a connection to Shador, blah, blah, blah. And then we get another report Sunday night saying that the Raiders had let it be known that they had zero interest in Dion.
Oh, okay.
Fast forward to now, and now all of a sudden Dion's being linked to the Cowboy job. It could be Dion just milking it for all it's worth to get paid more money in Colorado, to get them to build him a brand new,
Right.
sexy new facility or something. Jerry's not one to let, truth get in the way of a great lie and a good story.
Right.
Right now I'm on a holding pattern. Right now I don't believe Dion is the next head coach, but with every passing day that they don't have one,
Right.
just don't know.
It just
Crazy
it just
times.
it just hypes it up the longer they don't have one. Have they? I
Absolutely.
mean, and that maybe they're waiting on somebody that's still in the playoffs. We haven't even heard about any other candidates, or have we? Did I miss something?
I haven't heard anybody not affiliated with the
I haven't
Vegas
heard
gig.
anybody like that's legit. I've obviously people that cover the team and their opinions on who they should, but I'm
Mhm.
talking about like the Cowboys actually reaching out to someone. I have not heard.
Yeah. Let the money train begin. Akeem66 just gave us $9.99. Thank you, Akeem. Appreciate that very much. You can also piggyback off Akeem and shoot this show a tip if you want to by getting into the super chat and letting us know what you think about stuff. We'll try to read as many as the good ones that we can. I had people bitching last night that they donated coffees and I forgot to get to them.
Damn, Mike.
I threw LG under the bus and blamed him. Because on my screen, it just flashes for a second, and then I get rolling, and we forget about it. We had Mike McCarthy news, and I forgot about it. I see the money that gets donated on the right side of my screen are all the chats, but the coffees, the people that buy us the coffees, that flashes on the top in a yellow neon sign.
Well, the problem
And it
is
goes
I be
away.
wanting to tell you, but I don't like to mess with you when you're rolling.
No, don't y'all don't let me do that because I've promised anybody who donates money to the show, it's a guarantee we read your entry. So whether it's a super chat or you can buy us a coffee, LG will put the links to both of them on the right hand side. You can jump on there and donate to this cause. All right, we're also going to ask you to give money to children in this city. In particular, the kids of the Peacock Boys and Girls Center over near Woodlawn Lake. It is barbecue season again before we get rolling tonight.
Is it?
I know it's January. I'm ready to make a massive announcement. Y'all always get on me about my overhyping of announcements.
Not me.
I didn't even hype it all day long. I didn't tease this once, but there it is. I'm going to release the flyers when we get off the air tonight. The date is set. The 2025 Mike Taylor's Barbecue Cook-Off, benefiting the kids of the Salvation Army's after school and summertime club over on the west side of San Antonio by Woodlawn Lake. The date has been set. It will come down on Saturday, as always, the 17th of May, in our Lord and Savior Mary 2K and 25. May 17, 2025. And this year, I'm going to beg of you, we need sponsors. And we need teams. I'm going to start off first with the teams. That's what we need. So this is a cook-off in which we want this year. We had 20-something barbecue teams last year. This year we want to get to 30. They want me to get 30 teams in here already. All right, so it's only 150. I got the flyer in front of me too. LG just popped it on the screen too. It is $150 to get your barbecue team in. All of it goes to the kids. Well, $33 of that is a health permit requirement that the city requires. We've got to do that. And then it's the remaining $117 of that 150 goes straight to the boys and girls at Salvation Army. So the cook-off has been set. You'll get ready for me to be mentioning this ad nauseum every day until we get to May 17. The cook-off is set. We did it in April or March last year. They decided to move it a little closer to summer. So it's May 17 over at the old Peacock building right there by Woodlawn Lake, where we've had these things every single year. We need teams. If you're just a novice barbecuer and you want to enter your team, go for it. We give away awards. If you got some big time setup, you're this badass tailgate champion, a grill master, it's only $150, and all of it goes to the kids. Get your heart right with Jesus and maybe win yourself a trophy. So there it is. The date has been set. This is the official call for entries. If you want to register your barbecue team, reach out to me or go to the Salvation Army San Antonio website or reach out to me via DM or whatever, and I'll hook you up with the right people and the numbers and send you a QR code the whole damn time. All right? Let's do it.
These are our kids.
All right, these are our kids. All right, it is Tuesday. It is in the building. We're on YouTube and Spotify and iHeart and Twitch and all of them. Let's get violent. Let's do some punching. Let's do some punching up in this biatch. It's time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the law office of Orlando Kill. Ah, sweet Orlando, the family lawyer of note in this town. Rudy, who today has grinded your gears, crawled underneath your skin, and deserves to be punched? Not for real, but if you could and get away with it, and why?
I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna punch a female today.
Okay. Well, it's not for real. If you
ain't
get
for
away
real.
with it.
Yeah, it ain't for real. But
Nope.
I'm gonna punch the baby mama. I hate that. The mother of Jimmy Butler's kids. I don't say baby mama. I'm 47.
Well,
I'm
you
not
just
gay.
did.
I know. And I'm punching myself for that. Punch me. The mother of Jimmy Butler's children.
Yeah.
What you say about my mama?
Caitlin Nowak. I don't know. Nowak. Nowak. Whoever.
Not gonna work here anymore anyway.
This young lady's receiving $55,000 a month for
Damn.
3 kids.
I'd let Jimmy impregnate me for that if it was possible.
For 3 kids, $55,000 a month,
Yeah.
and is taking him back to court for an extra $10,000. And Jimmy's had enough.
Not
Jimmy
quite
said
enough.
no. Jimmy said that's $18,000 per month per kid. They were never married, and she doesn't work. They were never married, and she doesn't work. This is what happens in these situations, man. The 55. First of all, choose the mother of your children wisely. Strap up, pull out. Stop having so many kids with chicks that you don't really believe in. You don't really believe in her because you never married her. So you never really believed in her. But I'll say that. But this is the thing, man. As crazy as it sounds to us down here, if you are not responsible, you can blow $55K a month.
Tough
and
shit.
look up and be check to check. And this is what has happened, in my humble opinion.
It's called cocaine.
Like, you don't work. That's $18,000 per month per kid. That's over $18,000 a month per kid. And that's tax-free. Child support, you don't pay taxes on child support. Now, Jimmy's money gets taxed, and then he has to pay her.
Outrageous.
He's giving her $55K a month, and she's trying to take him back to court for an extra $10K because she, like, yo, well, start a business or something. Sell cookies. Start an OnlyFans. Start a Feet Finder page. Do something. But you should not be blowing through $55K a month. You shouldn't be blowing through that. That's crazy to me. Now, again, so I've heard of worse situations. I guess it just depends on people's contracts. I've heard of $30,000 per kid, depending on who the person is.
Right.
But you shouldn't have to be taking this man back to court for an extra $10,000 because you choosing not to work and because you got Chanel and Birkins and vacations when it's Jimmy's weekend, you taking you and all your friends to Tulum or whatever you want to call it. Like, that's not to take care of you. That's to take care of the kids. And $18,000 per kid per month should be more than enough, even if they're going to private school. Because I'm sure Jimmy like, yo, I'll pay for the private school, but I'm not paying for you to take you and your homegirls to Tulum and take a bunch of selfies. So punch something called Caitlin Nowak for being a greedy SOB.
What's
I didn't mean to trigger you.
Do?
I didn't mean to trigger you, Mike.
Oh, you know how you did though.
I'm sorry. That's not why I did this.
What is 10 more grand? Why does she where did she even come up with that number? It just sounds so arbitrary.
And he agreed to it.
Oh, jeez. Just because he probably just doesn't want to deal with her.
Yeah.
Where did we go askew in our society where, not to sound like Mike Gundy here, where are we at in society? Where did it become a thing where you're entitled as the ex-wife, you're entitled to a certain percentage of what your ex-husband makes, no matter what he makes. You know what I'm saying?
The kids, what I'm told is the kids have to remain in the lifestyle they were in. And not only that, like as a man, like if I'm a millionaire, Mike, I'm going to take care of them. You know what I mean? Like they're going to live a good life. If I'm a multi-millionaire like Jimmy Butler, like, yo, my kids are going to live a good life, but I'm also not going to let you get over on me because you, as the former Miss Butler, want to ball out. Like if I'm giving my kid, like imagine that. Like imagine if my 16-year-old like had $18,000 a month to herself. That's way more money than she, you know what I'm saying? Dude. So that's way more money than she needs. Like I get having to pay a certain percentage of what you make to have the kids maintain that lifestyle. But taking me back to court after I've been cool with 55 grand a month? No, unacceptable.
What kind of shit
I'm
is
sorry.
that?
What did Elin Woods wind up? She got $750 million in one chunk. Remember that?
I don't know if it was that much, Mike. I thought she got like 100.
No, I think Tiger was worth just a skosh over a Billy .2 or something like that, in assets and everything. She got half of his total everything, half of it.
Oh, I don't remember what she got, but
never hit a shot in her life, never made a putt, never won one, never qualified for one effing tournament. But she somehow was entitled to $700 million of this man's money just because y'all's relationship didn't work out. Granted, he was the cause of that relationship not working out, but still, come on, man. Come on. Bishop Perrick's in here. Mike looks like he's hosting a game show from the 70s. What do you mean? Hey, baby.
Anyway.
You bring me a sports coat? That's just, oh my God, you're butt naked. Never mind. Oh, you're taking a shower?
Jesus, Michael.
Coat.
Jesus,
God,
Mike.
We got to quit doing this show at my house. It's not working. Just anyone, lover. She walks out here and nothing.
Do you really want to go viral?
She knows what she's doing. She ain't going to do it. Babe, we need to go viral. Will you come get on screen real quick? Will you just come get on screen real quick like that? We need to go viral. Do you not support the show? Jeez. Oh, thank you, lover. I appreciate it. Good Lord. Go away.
This guy is such a
here,
fucking
you want game
hornball.
show, Mike?
This guy is such a hornball. It is crazy. What are you taking at 50, sir? What are you taking?
Horny goat weed. 2 pills
Good
a day.
Lord.
Here, y'all want... Oh, yeah, he wants game show, Mike. You're going to get it. There you go.
All right, let's get game show, Mike. But yeah, so punch Caitlin Nowak.
Yep. Now, I just need a giant tie, but this will have to do for now. I need a huge tie, like massive, like the 70s, like a corduroy one, you know?
You're giving me Love Connection, Chuck. You're giving me Chuck Woolery vibes.
Oh, cool. The great Chuck Woolery. Shout out to the bones and soul of Chuck Woolery. Shout out to him. All right. I want to punch.
Moving on. Who you punching?
How's that? That look good?
It looks great. Actually, I
Welcome to the
like it.
Newlywed
It works.
Game. Thank you, man.
It works.
I want to punch dope fiends and drug dealers that are poisoning dolphins in the Gulf of Mexico.
What?
All right. So a study has been released by Texas A&M Corpus Christi, a fine university. 20%. So they did a study of a bunch of beached dolphins, dead dolphins they found. They analyzed 89 dolphin carcasses. Of the 89 dolphin carcasses over a 1-year period that they found awash down in the valley and down along the Gulf Coast and stuff, 18 of them were tested positive for fentanyl. Fentanyl.
Oh, because of
is
the
showing
lost
up in
loads.
dolphins. Dude,
Because of the lost loads in the ocean, right?
part of it.
That's got to be it.
That's a big part of it.
Okay.
But that's a lot of lost loads, dude. They did another similar study in Mississippi, southern Mississippi, that empties into that part of the Gulf of America.
Mm-hmm.
And of the dolphins they studied, the dead bodies, 45%. Of course, Mississippi, the 50th state. 45% of the dead dolphins that washed up on the beach that they studied over a year's time in Mississippi tested positive for fentanyl. 20% of the Texas coast. That's bullshit. I hate that. Not only is it drug dealers losing, smuggling accidents, dumping stuff over because they're getting chased by the cops. It's also just a bunch of wastewater that does get into our system, get into our oceans, which pisses me off because I'm such an ocean lover. And it's wastewater and it's smuggling accidents. I got numbers for you. Between August the 22nd and August the 23rd,
Okay.
year to year, August to August, 5,566 Texans overdosed and died on fentanyl in our state.
5,000?
5,566. Five Texans a day die of fentanyl overdose. This country is addicted to fentanyl. Bad.
It's the cheapest drug there is.
Bad.
You know what's crazy about that?
And
It seems
to hell
like
with them. They're killing the dolphins, and that's bullshit. They're innocent creatures. It's my favorite animal. Hacks me off.
You know what's crazy? The more
They're
people
eating
die,
the cats.
the more they die, the more they buy. It's like, y'all see people dying off this shit, right? Like, why do y'all keep taking this shit?
That's how addicting it is. I got a dolphin in my pocket.
I like it.
Prince, Tom Petty, list goes on and on.
Prince was fentanyl?
Yeah, Prince was fentanyl. Sucks. Totally does. So it's kind of funny. The story is a little bit funny to think about a bunch of there's a bunch of dolphins in the Gulf swimming around high as an MFer. But it's also sad and ridiculous that it's killing the population of the greatest creature in our oceans, the dogs of the sea, the canines of the water, the oceans. Punch these sons of bitches. Shame on these people for destroying our oceans. You want to destroy your body with fentanyl? That's on you. But it hacks me off that it gets into the damn ocean and it's killing dolphins now. And it's unfortunate. Highly.
Have you ever had dolphin? It's pretty good.
No, dude. Maybe I ate tuna in the 70s. I ate tuna in the 70s. No.
I've never eaten dolphin.
I think that's now. Correct me if I'm wrong, you older school dudes.
Right.
I recall, like the tuna companies, they had to overhaul their processes because there for the longest time in the 50s and 60s and 70s, small amounts of dolphin were showing up in cans of Starkist.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oops. All right. Jimmy Butler, if you can hear me, Houston's own, the great Jimmy Butler. Former Tyler Community College basketball player before he went big time.
TJC, baby. TJC, baby.
Jimmy, you can get that decree redone, son. You don't have to give her that much money. No. Make her ass fight for it. She wants 10 G's. She's going to need to prove in discovery, in court, why she needs 10 more thousand to the 55 you're already paying her. Orlando can help you get that decree challenge, brother. 210-775-4995. That's our family lawyer. You can email him to orlandokllaw@gmail.com. or LondoKillLaw@gmail.com. Henry's mustache. Fentanyl is super strong. We use it at work every day.
What?
It's super short acting, but it's really strong.
What do you mean they use it at work every day?
What do you
Henry?
think he means? What do you do? How do you take fentanyl? You pop it and you smoke it? LG, you read up
I
on
don't
drugs.
know.
How do you take fentanyl? It's a pill,
I
isn't it?
think
You
it's
pop
I
it.
think it's like crack.
You don't smoke fentanyl, do you?
I thought you put on a spoon like crack. No?
One rock of crack. A crack
Well, I guess
rock.
you can inject it, I suppose.
Oh,
That's
maybe
probably
it's a needle.
Look, we don't know for sure yet. But you see this guy that pitched for the Orioles? His name was Brian Matuz.
Mm-hmm.
He pitched for the Orioles for like 7 seasons. He just died of an overdose, and I'm not trying to talk out of my butt here, but his mama found him dead, and he had white stuff in his mouth. White substance in his mouth. No, it was not the fun stuff. White
I'm
substance in
sorry,
his
God.
mouth,
I'm sorry.
and aluminum foil, a lighter, and a straw on the floor were near his
See?
hand.
Aluminum foil, that screams crack.
Yeah. Henry says you can shoot it or pop it in pills or patches.
So then I guess you have to use it. One, it has to be real. Two,
Yeah.
it has to be used in certain doses because Henry says he works for an oral surgeon.
Oh,
they
my
use it
bad,
for-
Henry. I thought y'all were a bunch of dope heads at your office.
No, so they use it for sedation.
Oh, I don't want none of that in my system.
No, I bet like, yo, give me
No,
the
sir.
regular shit. Give me the morphine. Give me the Vicodin. I'm telling my doctor if I got to have something serious, I don't want fentanyl. I don't want fentanyl.
I'd much rather take my chances with morphine and frickin' fentanyl. It's killing folks. All
I
right.
didn't know it was 5,000 Texans in a year. You know,
Highly
that's a
unfortunate.
lot. That's a
Dude.
lot of people.
5,500, and I'll bet you I haven't seen the ages, but a bunch of them are under 30. Bunch of kids. A lot of
Oh
them.
yeah.
Up here at Comal County the last couple of years, they've had major issues with kids overdosing on fentanyl. Teenagers, high school kids.
That's why drug dealers, they're throwing away you get caught with fentanyl, you're good. You're
Mhm.
never getting out of jail.
Oh, no doubt.
They're
Because
throwing
you're
the key
killing
away.
folks.
Yeah.
You're killing folks. The
Federal
dude that
pound me in the ass prison.
I think it was it Demi Lovato? She damn near died of fentanyl. Her
That's
dealer
right.
got arrested. The guy that played Omar in The Wire, Chalky
He died
White
from
from Boardwalk Empire.
Shout out to
They arrested
The
his.
Wire, yeah.
They arrested his dealer. Put
Shout out to
frickin' fentanyl in it.
Omar.
Bullshit.
Omar coming. Wire, great show. Anyway.
Indeed. Shout out to all the dead fentanyl overdoses. Highly unfortunate. Henry's in here with all the information. Trust me, if you go through surgery, you're going to get it. And it's safe if used properly. And Matt's right, 100 times stronger, but strangely safer for surgeries. All right. Well, I just don't want to get hooked on the shit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Unfortunate. Jimbo, 5,500. That was the average attendance of the UTEP football squad this year.
More than UTSA.
I don't mean to lie. I'm not sure if that's a shot at UTEP football or lamenting the number of deaths we've had in the state of Texas. The amount of people that go to a UTEP football game equal the amount of people that died between August and August in this state. And that's actually, even for a big state, that's awful. 5,566 is terrible. But leave the damn Dolphins out of it. It's unfortunate they're innocent creatures. All right, I did something here for our show, here on In the Building, that I never do, Rudy. Never. Research. Actually bothered to look up stuff and do my own. I know, right? Normally I don't do that. Normally I come in here and pull all this stuff out of my arse. Yeah, it wasn't like I did extensive research or anything. It took me about 10 minutes tops. All right. LG, you got any production value there that helps get along? Because I don't want I'm going to hit you with some numbers talk, and stats and stuff can get boring if we don't have a little bit of an accompaniment. There we go. All right. You know, I bag on the NFL a lot because their model's stupid. Their schedule's dumb. Their playoff format is ridiculous. And they don't care because they make more money than a fentanyl dealer. And what do they care? So I have bitched all year long. And well, I bitched for 2 years since we went to the 17th game. Why did we go to 17 games? Why didn't we go to 18 games? You cannot have an odd number of games on your schedule. This means that every other year you're going to play one more road game than at home. And we all know how crucial home games are in the NFL. Right. It's insane. So today I sat down and looked at the home records of all of the playoff teams.
Home records of the playoff teams. Okay.
Right. Well, I did. I sat down to see how many home games they played. All right. Of the 7 NFC playoff teams, Lions, Vikings, Eagles, Commanders, Packers, Rams, and Bucks, how many of them do you think had 9 home games? Half the league gets 9, and then the NFL flips it the next year. The other half,
they flip-flop it. I'm going to say out of the 7, 5 of them.
5 had 9. 9, obviously, with only 8 road games, which means they had 1 extra home game to their advantage. Of the 7 NFC playoff teams this year, all of them played 9 home games.
All 7?
All of them. The Lions, Vikings, Eagles, Commanders, Packers, Rams, and Bucks all got an extra home game.
Interesting.
Tell me how that's fair at all.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna say this: we agree 17 is stupid, but if we are gonna go to 18, I need 2 bye weeks, which pushes the Super Bowl to the end of February.
That's fine. Now, of the 7 worst teams in football by record, the bottom 7, the ding-dongs of the league. Of the bottom 7, 6 of the 7 only had 8 home games.
Are you trying to put a correlation to it?
Sure.
Or are you sure those teams wouldn't have sucked even with the 9 home games, Mike? You sure? One game make that big a difference?
As close as the NFL is, you know.
Yes, it is. It does come down to the last week a lot of times, so maybe it does matter more.
The Seahawks went 10-7 and didn't make it. Maybe because the teams they're up against all had an extra home game. It's insane. Okay, but here's where this research gets weird, and which why we need to go back to the lab. Of the 7 AFC teams in the playoffs this year, the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos, Texans, and Steelers, how many of them got an extra home game, played 9 home games?
4.
None of them did.
None of them.
How crazy is that? So all of the AFC teams played 1 less home game. They all played 8 home games, while the NFC playoff teams all got 9. Isn't that crazy? But you look at the bottom teams, and the vast 90% of the bottom 10, 15 all had to play 8 games at home. Sure, some of them would have sucked for sure. You think playing an extra home game benefited the Tampa Bay Bucks, though? A middle-of-the-road team in a shitty division?
Absolutely.
It wound up being the difference in them making the playoffs and getting another gate full of money because they got a home game. The Rams were teetering on 500 all year long. They got an extra home game. Barely made the playoffs at 10-7. Highly unfortunate. The league has got to
go to an even number.
Yeah.
Or which go back to 16, which they
having a backup quarterback who can play is more important than ever, because the more games we add in the league, we'll go to an 18th game at some point. It just makes too much sense. The odds that you're going to play all 18 with your starting quarterback are 20-80. We're to the point now where if you have a semi-decent backup like Kansas City, they tanked the last game of the season. They mailed it in. Dude, I might consider doing that 2 times a year.
Sure.
Let's say the Cowboys are really good Clearly, it's a hypothetical. Let's say the Cowboys are like 11-1 after 12 games, and they have like a 3-game lead in the division.
Yeah.
I give serious consideration to benching Dak as like making him a healthy scratch. We're going to rest Dak this week.
Rest versus rust, though, Mike. Rest
Sure.
versus rust.
Well,
you gotta find the happy medium.
Yeah, but Dak's not gonna. But Dak's 33 years old, and he's missed massive amounts of 2 different seasons. I'd rather have rusty Dak than no Dak.
Facts. I'm with you on that.
Just saying. It's ridiculous to look at the advantage. It certainly played out in the NFC, where if you had a 9th home game, you absolutely were at a massive advantage over your competitors, and that's BS. Yeah. So punch. I got another punch today. The commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell, who makes $39 million a year. All right. Look at Rudy. I know.
It's crazy. $39 million.
I know. All right. We got a couple of more things to promote. We got a show coming up. Well, we don't have a show coming up. We have an appearance coming up.
There we go.
So I mentioned tomorrow makes 1 year since we dropped our video that LG made for us.
That was awesome video.
Over at the airport. And
great job, LG.
On the 22nd that we had show number 1 of In the Building with me and Rudy and LG. And next week, the 22nd happens to be on a Wednesday. We thought about doing something on a Wednesday, but we decided, let's do it Friday. Friday's obviously a better day. So Friday the 24th, we're going to do our regular show that day, but then we're all going to meet up over at Slackers on Thousand Oaks and 281, the official sports bar of In the Building. There are 5 locations in the area. My boys at Slackers are going to host us. We're going to have a party. And basically, it's a thank you. It's not to celebrate me. I'm just a loyal, humble talk show host, Rudy. I didn't ask to have this much talent. I was not asked to be blessed. The gods just decided to choose me to give me this kind of extraordinary, unbelievable, unimaginable talent.
I love it.
It's a burden I carry every day. So this is not about me. For once, I'm going to violate my own rule, which is make everything about you. We're going to make everything about our subscribers and our members and our Thunderdomers. We want to invite everybody that watches this show in any form, any way, to Slackers on Thousand Oaks and 281 on Friday the 24th at 5 o'clock. Me and Rudy are just going to sit. We're going to chill. We're going to play some games. We're going to drink some beer. We're not going to do a show.
Some shit.
We're going to give away some stuff. Just want to hang out with Thunderdome. That's all we feel like doing. That's all we want to do, man. Love it. All right? That's it. That's it. Friday, 24th.
January 24th. Slackers, Thousand Oaks.
Indeed.
Bring your cigars. We're going to hit that patio.
Oh, they got a nice patio scene out there.
Rain, sleet, hail, and snow.
Now,
we're putting a few in the sky.
All right. In our daily back and forth, when we come up with our run sheet, our playlist, Rudy mentioned he wanted to talk about TikTok in America.
I'm just wondering who's going to save it. I've heard Mr. Beast. Mm-hmm. I've heard Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people, just because my old ass wasn't dedicated enough to figure out how to monetize TikTok. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money in this country off TikTok. Now, I'm not feeling sorry for them per se, but when you've built something up and you've built it up to a few million followers and then all of a sudden someone just snatches it away and that's how you've been paying your bills, that would suck. I know it's social media, so a lot of us are just like, whatever, who gives a shit? But it's a lot of people's literally how they feed their families, how they work jobs. So I'm not a TikToker. I should be. It's stupid that I'm not. It's lazy on my part, but in a sense, and I know this is gonna rub people the wrong way, but I'm living in 2025. This is like a massive layoff. This is like Wells Fargo laying off, I don't know what, 20, 30,000 people. I don't know how many people actually monetize it, but there's a lot of people that make a good living off of TikTok, and hopefully they've started trying to transition into Instagram or OnlyFans or whatever the hell it may be. But there's talks that, it may be Elon. I mean, when it comes to the fires, Elon, when did he's a part of everything now. Well, I don't know when this happened, but he's a part of everything. I guess that's what happens when you're worth $100 billion. But I saw Mr. Beast on X say, all right, fine. I'll buy TikTok so they don't close it down. So they're trying to sell it to somebody because, again, that's going to cost quite a few people some jobs.
Elon is like more powerful than J.D. Vance at this point.
And see, I wonder at what point does that get on Trump's nerves?
Some point.
Because
it will.
Because it looks like he's running the show.
Right. Trump is like Jerry.
That's what I'm saying.
This is Jerry bringing in Bill Parcells as coach. At some point, these two will have a fallout. It's too much power. It's too much ego. Too much fame. Too much fortune. Although
Elon gets to have
12.
Yeah, Elon gets to have 12 women. Trump Trump can only have one. You're the president. You get to only have one. Unless, whatever.
Mar-a-Lago is a big house. There's a lot of bedrooms in Mar-a-Lago. So LG, I'm going to call to our resident Renaissance man.
What's up with LG? What's up, LG?
Man, by the way, he's laid out this week.
Is he?
That? He's had a low profile this week.
I haven't noticed. LG's always low pro to me.
Well, more so lately. Dude, what's the dealio with TikTok? Because Love You Hard TV does have a TikTok account. I don't ever go on it. You know what's funny? I actually have a lunch meeting tomorrow. Like, I'm having coffee tomorrow afternoon with a guy to give me a tutorial on how to TikTok.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. I don't know how to. I know I have access to our Love You Hard TikTok account. I don't know how to use it.
Good luck.
I have no idea. Thank you.
Well, you would start the week before they take it from us,
right? So is it true? LG, is China about to get? Are we about to kick TikTok out? It seems too big to be kicked out. He's not gonna cooperate, this dude. Okay. Do you ever go on there? Do you have your own TikTok? Yeah. Do you have a TikTok account?
I have my own TikTok.
Do you follow Love You Hard?
I remember. Yes.
I need to figure out how the hell to operate it. I have no idea. I just know it's on I have access to it, but I have no idea how to post or anything.
You know who's always on us about not using TikTok to our advantage? Renee Ripley /Sing. Renee Sing Ripley.
Motherfucker.
Every time I see her, she's like, y'all are missing the golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. Golden opportunity.
Well, there's only 3 of us, man. I thought about maybe hiring my daughter to run my social media for me at some point. Still might do it. We get a few more bucks in the bank. I mean, because I don't have time, man. We all have day jobs, and I'm 50.
That's not an excuse.
I read books.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
You make money from your socials.
I know.
Indirectly.
I just don't. There's not enough time in the day. I need a staff to do this kind of thing. I need to hire a young person. I need a staff.
That is the most Mike Taylor shit I've ever heard you say. I need a staff.
Rudy, if you had a staff, come on, it would make your whole life better.
It would change. There's a lot of shit that I need to get done on a daily that I can't.
Shaq's been paying one of his brothers north of $100,000 a year for like 30 years. Basically, his job, open my mail. Make sure the dogs get fed. Small stuff like that. Yeah, man, I need a staff. Huh. As soon as we blow up, I'm going to hire a staff.
I just want a nutritionist. I want somebody to cook good tasting food for me.
Yeah, that too.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
That's my number one flex. That would be my number one flex. I hit the lotto, I'm hiring a nutritionist before I get a house.
You mentioned Renee, where where Renee's affiliated. Texas Cheer Liquor.
Amen.
Yes. 7 locations in and around Greater San Antonio. 1 up in Barney. Many of them have their own unique personalities and designs, and some have to-go margaritas. They all have really nice cigar thingies. What do you call the cigar? A humidor. They all have humidors, and they
Thingy
all
works.
do January specials at all of them, like the 4 you see mentioned and listed here on the screen. Svedka vodka,
Svedka.
Martha
Vodka.
Stewart, 19 Crimes wine, Fireball, all on sale. $4.99 a bottle for that Martha Stewart 19 Crimes wine. That's pretty sweet. $12.99 for that bottle of Fireball. In that Svedka, I got to get my glasses on for that. $13.99 for the Svedka. How great is that, man?
That's the handle. That's the big boy
badass.
bottle.
That is the big boy bottle. All cheap prices right now through the rest of the month, and everything at all 7 locations. Also, what else do they have in common? 5% off your purchase when you mention in the building. So make sure you mention in the building and get 5% off at all Texas Cheer Liquors in and around San Antonio, Texas. It is in the building.
For the
Thank you
support.
for the chats. Thank you for the tips today. Appreciate it very much. Thanks to anybody who's bought booze at Texas Cheer and mentioned us. You can buy Red Bull. I mean, just mention us and you get 5% off the purchase. Texas Cheer Liquor. All right. We haven't talked about the Spurs in a couple days. Been a weird week for those guys. They've been holed up in a hotel. They had to get moved one day to a different hotel because they felt like they were a little bit too close to the Flames. And they've been stuck in LA. They had a couple of games postponed. Finally got around to playing last night. I don't know if the Lakers were distracted or the Spurs were just rested. The Spurs whipped their ass last night, like 120-something to 102. It was great.
Spurs did run them out the gym. I didn't know what to take from it. It's been a weird – their
Weird
coach.
time.
I don't want to take anything from the Spurs, so Spurs fans calm down. But, I mean, if we were going through that. We're going through that same thing, and, some team comes in and blows us out like, dude. Because I'm here all the way here in San Antonio, have – one buddy that lives in LA and he's totally fine, but that's all that's been on my mind. It's like weird. Look every time they show the aerial footage, I'm just like, damn, this is so freaking sad. Mm-hmm. So I can only imagine the Lakers. But with that said, I mean, we know they decided to go out there and play. And I'll say there's 2 things I take from the game. One, Chris Paul and Wemby. Giving their jerseys to J.J. Redick's boys who lost all of their memorabilia that they've collected over the years in the fire. When Chris Paul told J.J. Redick before the game, hey, we're going to hook your sons up because we know they lost everything so we can start their collection over. And number 2, no easy transition from when you're talking about those fires.
Right.
What do you know? You play Steven, whatever you want to call him, Urkel. And guess what? He scores buckets and they win games. I mean, this shit ain't that hard. There's certain exceptions you have to make when it comes to young people. I know Pop's not crazy about rookies. And I get it. I get it. But there's certain people that make, like this guy came from playing with Hurley in a structured system where you have to play defense. You have to be selfless. You have to make the turn down good shots for great shots. Like you have to play the right way. That's what he's coming from. He's not coming from somewhere where he just gets to come down and jack it up and needed to learn to play team ball. He's coming from the most structured university as far as on the basketball side in the country. They're back-to-back champions. Let him loose. Let him cook. And that's what happened last night. And oh, wow, 36 minutes, 23 points, Spurs win. It's really not that difficult. Sometimes coaches get too cute, GMs get too cute, and it's just, overthink stuff like, no, he needs I don't like how he's going left. I don't like, shut up. On the job training, OJT, is that what they call it? Yeah, OJT, man. Shout out to Castle.
Couldn't agree with you more. And every time he doesn't play more than 20 minutes, I get pissed. And so Jeremy Sohan's hurt again. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Jeremy Sohan is injured.
That
And
has
that's the
something to
reason
do
why
with it.
Castle's getting money, getting minutes. And I love Jeremy Sohan, but if Steph Castle can't play because of Jeremy Sohan, I got to tell you, it's not going to hurt my feelings too much if they find a way to move on from Jeremy Sohan. Seriously. And I love Sohan, but why'd you draft Castle if you can't play him because Sohan's in the way?
But you love him.
I don't love him more than Steph Castle. Not his long-term upside. Jeremy Sohan is a solid Boris Diaw type worker bee kind of guy.
To me, he gives me Dennis Rodman vibes. He scores better than Dennis, but
I love him. But why are we set up?
Dennis Rodman's a 5-time champion. That's not a knock.
I know. I want Jeremy Sohan, but not if I can't play the kid, which I don't understand. I mean, of course I don't understand. Their rotation right now is thus: Jeremy Sohan starts at the big wing, but if he can't play, then Steph Castle somehow gets more time at the off guard. Okay,
that's stupid.
Okay,
stupid. It's stupid.
Castle never gets to play because Jeremy Sohan's in the way. Well, if Jeremy Sohan's in the way of Steph Castle, get rid of one of them. What are we doing? Or figure out a way to play both of them.
Or figure out a way to play both of them.
Yes, get somebody else's ass out of here. Thankfully, the Spurs can get out of L.A. It's been a very emotional week.
It's weird, man.
For obvious reasons, it's been very strange. Chris Paul was in tears last night because he's so tight with J.J. Redick. This show has been very critical of J.J. Redick, but only from a sports standpoint.
From a sports standpoint, not this.
No, of course not.
People been insensitive to the J.J. Redick thing, like,
of course,
millionaire kids lost a couple jerseys. Wow. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
You know what? I don't even acknowledge that. I don't even acknowledge that. No, those people hate themselves, or they wouldn't go on and write that kind of bullshit. And if those kids were standing there and JJ was in their face, they'd put their little weak-ass fuzzy tail between their legs and walk the other direction. Got no time for keyboard bullshit. Sucks for the Lakers. And maybe that's the reason why they didn't play well. Oh, well, the Spurs ran them off the gym. And so now San Antonio comes back home to take on a much-improved Memphis Grizzlies team who's very good this year. I like Memphis. Yeah, I had a bit of a hiccup here. John Morant had a bit of a hiccup. But hopefully things are back to normal here. And the Grizzlies can get rolling. I like the Grizzlies, and I like how they play the game and their whole setup and everything like that. All right, it is in the building. One more thing we got to promote on Saturday and Sunday. In February, another one of those Alamo card shows is going to come down. That should be cool. Saturday is the 1st, and then the 2nd of February is a Sunday. Both days Saturday's 10 to 5. I think it's both days 10 to 5, the Alamo card show. And then on Sunday from 2 to 4, out at the card show on the Sunday day, the great Vince Young will be signing autographs, photos, and autographs for items. So make sure you get out there and get in line to get VY's autograph at the Alamo Card Show on Sunday the 2nd. The Saturday and the Sunday card show and memorabilia collectors show will be at 24/7 Church on 1604 Judson Road. It is the Alamo Card Show. All right. Well, in here, first of all, thanks to Russ for the $4.99. Says he's got 2 barbecue teams he wants to enter. Okay, that'd be great. Enter 10. We'll end with this. You got musicians, entertainers catching S for agreeing to perform at President Trump's inauguration next week.
I only saw Carrie Underwood took some heat. Who else? I only saw Carrie. Who else is taking some heat?
Kid Rock. He don't care though.
Why would Kid
very MAGA, very pro-Trump.
He's been over there. Go ahead.
Right. Well, Carrie is taking a lot of crap.
Well,
because she's a country sweetheart, and
look, man,
a lot of her fans though probably voted for Trump, wouldn't you think?
Let me say this. This is one part that's not fair, and I try to be a fair dude. One part that's not fair is you can do whatever you want with the left. You can go to their rallies, you can perform, you can have their back on national TV, and nobody bats an eye. You do anything with Trump, and you're the devil. First of all, be clear about something. There's a big check coming along with this, and I don't care how much money you have. You know what he said in Wall Street when he said, "What's your number?" He's like, "What do you mean, what's my number? What's your number to get out?" He said, "More. My number is more." Okay? Shit, that's my number. What do you mean? Like, so if Kerry, I mean, I know 50, I remember I saw 50 Cent turn down a couple million. If Donald Trump's people say, "Hey, Carrie Underwood, we got $3 million for you for 2-3 minutes," I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that, and I'm just going to let y'all talk. Like, we're like, you can't control what. I don't know why people are so mad at Carrie Underwood. Or first of all, let's not even talk about Kid Rock. Who cares? He's been on that side.
Right.
But why can't Carrie Underwood? What if Carrie Underwood voted for him? What if what is a big bag that comes with that? I don't have no energy for that. I don't have no energy to bash Carrie Underwood, but I'm not a fan. So I'm indifferent. But I guess people are crazy, man.
She's a Oklahoma farm girl. Whoa, how stunning. She's going to play for Trump on the Inauguration Day.
I don't get it.
The reddest damn state in the country, Oklahoma.
I don't get it.
And she's criticized him before, although I'm surprised she didn't get canceled by the right because she criticized Trump a 3 years ago on Twitter. She did a bit, she has that song, Before He Cheats. She wrote, President Trump needs to start thinking before he tweets. Very dad jokey.
That just lets me know there's a big bag that came with that.
Well,
because she gets $1 million a Sunday, right? For Sunday Night Football. Is that
what it is? Good Lord.
Okay. $1 million a Sunday.
Yeah.
Golly. So she makes $17 million in NFL season.
Damn. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Dude, I think a lot of people are like you. I mean, like we're so over the constant arguing over everything. We're done with most of it.
Like I got my views, right? But I'm beat down. I'm done arguing with people.
Yeah. And it's the healthiest thing to do.
I got no more energy for it. It's like it is what it is. And when Obama got in office, when Obama was in office for 8 years, I got up and I went to work every day. Then when Trump took over, I got up and went to work every day. Mm-hmm. Under Biden, I went to work every day. Like no matter what, the groceries up, groceries down, gas up, gas down. I went to work every day under every administration.
Yeah.
I have no more energy. I have no more energy for it, bro.
Yeah. I know. Look, I can't speak for most of America. And I know that when you go on social media, you get to be a whole different person. And that's what I don't want to judge it off that, but just like my circle of friends, not that I party every day and hang out with 20 people today, but the people that I know, the people I associate with, my family, most of them, I can say pretty unequivocally, we're all pretty much over it. I still got to pay my damn rent.
Ain't nothing I can do. There's nothing I got a really good friend that's super pro-Trump. He's rich. He's super rich, so he goes off the rich card. But he's the man. I mean, man's done a lot for me. Put me in a lot of great situations. Put me in a lot of great rooms. So
it's like the live golfers. What do I say to him? Chopping the heads off of media members. I'm just out here playing golf because they gave me $80 million to do so.
Right.
You got to separate that.
It's hard to not feel a certain way about either side. Like, let's say you hate Kamala. Mm-hmm. Like, I know, and then if you're on the right side, you're like, how could you ever? And I know it's hard to separate the two things. Like, we can still be cool. It's tough. I struggle with that too, depending on who it is. And if I think your reasoning is bullshit, then I'm like, wait a minute.
Right. Over it, man.
But people with money have always gone right. It don't matter who's in office.
I'm not over caring about politics. I'm over I'm over getting butthurt about things that don't matter with regards to politics
Right.
because most of
Like,
it doesn't matter at all. None of it has an impact. None of it
because
does
what is
anything
it?
one
What
way
are
or
we
the
in
other.
January? By March, nobody's going to be thinking about Carrie
No,
Underwood performing at
absolutely.
Trump's inauguration.
I'm an American, man. That's the presidential inauguration. I am a history buff. I am a novice wannabe legitimate historian. I love presidential history. I will absolutely watch the inauguration. If I'm home, I'm not going to rip people for singing at it. It's silly. It's goofy and dumb.
I don't care.
Go America. And I said the same damn things for the last president. And the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that. You don't have to vote for somebody to support the country by singing at their stupid inauguration.
No, because we got to. We want to win.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
anyway.
it. Again, by the way, like if King Ashdan Baldan, if King Banda or Prince Ashad Baldor calls, said, "Hey, we want into building Riyadh, $4 million a weekend." we're on an airplane, baby. We're on an airplane. I'll tell Nina, baby, you gotta wear a head wrap. This is their culture. But come on, we're going to Riyadh because they're gonna give us 50 million. And we're gonna be happy. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna come back to America and we're gonna take care of our family. That's it. Gary,
So in other words, ending on
player.
that note,
yeah,
we can't be
support
bought.
that hockey player. Oh yeah, we can be bought. Yeah. We can be bought, and we all for sale, right, Rudy?
And everybody knows where I stand, but old Donnie said, "Hey man, I'd love for y'all to do a pod at my inauguration for." God damn it! Like, God damn it, in the building, we're here. No.
I would say good on President Trump for having the guts to have someone that didn't vote for him do a show at his inauguration, and we would handle it fairly.
Yeah, and we talk shit about him, and we praise him when it's due, and we talk shit about him.
Hey, President Trump's a huge sports fan, man. He goes to sporting events all the time. He and Obama are the two presidents that have actually cared a lot about sports. Bush is former Rangers owner.
Bush was a sports guy, too.
Yeah. Biden, he wasn't really much into nothing this last 3 years, except figuring out who was going to wipe his butt 3 times today for him. That's it. We're done. Save the dolphins. Leave the fentanyl out of the oceans, man.
What'd y'all say?
Garbage. All right.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.